Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to our show. Guys are doing well, guys are having a wonderful day on the 16th May 2025. We have 32 minutes of, no, 41 minutes, sorry. I don't have my glasses, of storage left. And we have one video for the day, so let's get into it. And it is, how do I feel? So lately a lot of subject, a lot of video has been about mental health. Mental health is taking this huge place in my life because again we're struggling with mental health. And now it's been 3 days in a row where we're making a lot of content. And it's nuts because it's been 3 days in a row where we're making content. It's been 3 days in a row where we actually go out of the house on our scooter and just do night stroll. It's been 3 days where I'm actually filming a decent amount of content from the gaming, from the normal, right? And how do I feel about making content? So again, part of the depression was going silent, not answering comments, not posting as much, not going live. It was going silent because yeah, this is the worst thing to say, but this is control. This is control. I can control comments. I can control making videos. I can control my life, right? So yeah, we were able to get control, and being in control make me feel safe. It make me feel secure. It make me feel comfortable, right? So it was really, really, really worth it when it came to um, the content. Even posting content, we were posting a lot of the older content on the GoPro. A lot of it was posted, and a lot of it it, it meant something in one way. It meant nothing in the other. So why am I saying that it meant something? It meant something in the fact that we're still posting content. Why does it? So again, I've been doing content for 4 years, but I'm still very new. I'm still very inexperienced. Um, I didn't think about posting content from the summer, how it feel. And if I'm being completely honest, it does feel very, very odd. It feels very odd to be posting content from this summer because content I film, it is new content, but it doesn't feel like new content. And I fight with people, I fight with myself saying, no, 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 you know what, it's new content, it's never been posted. I filmed it months ago, but it's right. They're right. It doesn't feel like new contents. It's very weird, but it's also this detachment. People don't like this video that I filmed 5 months ago. Okay, well, it was 5 months ago. Like, get over it. I know I posted it today, but still. So it's for the first time in a long time. I'm talking about 2 or 3. Well, since we were live on TikTok, which was March and April. Uh, so it's been a month, which is not a lot, but when that's it's been a single month, which is crazy because this is the only thing that I do with my days. So it feels like a lot more when it's a lot less, just because again, that's the only thing that we do. Um, you know, it's like taking a month off work. It feels like a long ass time. Um, so how do I feel about making content? It's a bit of a dilemma. So and the positive, I'm extremely happy that we're making content because this is a way of testing yourself. So how do you do it? We're still making a lot of content. We're still making too much content for some people. I personally do not give a shit. By the way, I have 11% batteries. I don't have enough time to post on TikTok as we talk. Fuck it, because I'm not in a hurry per se, but I don't have the most time, if it makes sense. Fuck it. Stop asking questions and just do it. That's how you live life. Asking question doesn't serve purpose. Asking question gives answer, but this answer might not be an answer that you need or an answer that you want. So in the positive position, talking about this too. I was talking about how I test myself. I test myself. I test myself. I want to reiterate what it means to be testing yourself. I also think that it's quite important. So for me, testing yourself is, for example, I had this. We're going through depression a little bit. I'm feeling much better though, much better. So I'm not cured, but I'm not as sick. You see, it's not working. Okay, let's go. Fuck, that was hard. So when I'm social, when I'm on live on TikTok, right? I like to talk to people, and this is me testing my social battery. So me testing my social battery equates to, okay, well, you know what? I had X conversation. I was talking to this person, this person, this person. I felt good. I felt bad. I felt overwhelmed. I felt in control. I don't always need to be in control, but we're already going through shit. So if I can't add to the weight, because every single time that I'm adding to the burden is a better word. Every time I'm headed to the burden, we're taking a step back. We're going backward in our healing process, which is important, right? Um, so yeah, so with testing myself with talking to people, making content is also a test. How much energy do I have today? See, and that's a crazy thing, right? You have energy for different things. So, for example, right, you can, and that's so stupid, but you can be on a bicycle, like a stationary bicycle for hours and hours and hours, and just work out, and you're not gonna get tired, right? You can walk and then you get tired. So what's the difference there? Well, you put more effort, mentally speaking, and you're more invested in walking. When you're a bicycle, you're sitting down, you're just chilling, you're watching a movie, right? So the difference is how involved you are. With the content, I can be filming a game, and I'm not saying that filming game or streaming is easier. I am saying that it's different though. There's a lot less effort when it comes to the game. Like I said, when it comes to game, the game can carry me. Like for example, right now we're posting about Elden Ring. Um, Elden Ring, if all else fell, will carry me. I can have a whole playthrough of 100 hours on Elden Ring, not say a single word, it'd still be entertaining. I couldn't do a video of 10 hours, or I couldn't do a video of 10 minutes without saying a single thing, because people would get bored, right? That's how it works. I think. I'm not sure. I think. So making videos like that is a better test of energy. Now the craziest thing is we've been talking true and true. We've been talking for hours. We've been reading the text or the speech of Arknight of G Eternal, which is about 2 or 3 hours a day. But again, you're reading something versus having a conversation. Now, technically speaking, we're not having a conversation, but I feel like I convince myself that it is a conversation. Um, so it is tough. So me being back to making that much of content is a great news, because the more content that I make, the better it is. The more energy that I have, the better I'm feeling. Because then again, if you cannot really control how you feel. You can control how much energy you have, and the more energy you have, it's a good sign that you're healing. Today I have a lot of energy. I feel a little bit better. I feel more productive, which is a great thing. Positive emotion, positive result, positive following. I made some content today. I don't care how much success I get from those videos. It still beats not doing anything, right? So making video is a blessing. I'm like, dude, you're working. Also, making video is my passion, my dream, right? So the more I do it, the more I'm doing what I want to do, and the more I'm doing what I want to do, the more I'm falling back in love with making content. I didn't fall out of love with making content. I fell out of love because I wasn't making it. It's like this girlfriend that you have, and you're seeing her every single day, and then she becomes long distance. You're like, dude, I miss her. And then you go to a bar, right? And you take one beer too much, and you get drunk, and you start flirting, and the girl is not even your type, but you want to flirt. You want to feel desired, you know. So making content is a great thing, because you're getting back into the relationship. You're getting back to seeing that relationship every single day. It's becoming, once again, what you breathe, what you drink, what you eat, what you sleep, what you dream about. When you wake up, that's the first thing you think about, right? Going out, landscape, carrying this conversation. We went out yesterday. The sunrise was beautiful. I didn't need to talk. It was a beautiful spectacle, but I was still out there working. Understand? So the more content we make, the better we feel, and the better we feel is a question of day by day. If I can have 1 week with 4 days that were fantastic, that's better than a week with 2 days that was fantastic. 3 days was fantastic. Maybe next week I'm gonna have the full week fantastic. Maybe I'm gonna have 3 days fantastic, but it's still 3 days versus not taking a chance, not taking a risk to put yourself in a position where you might end up being happy. Now we're at 5% battery, so I have to hurry up. The negative, there's always gonna be this fear of, dude, you're diving in the water and you don't have your floater. You know how to swim, but if you get tired or if you have a cramp, you can drown. You're diving in a pool of water, but you don't know if there's a stair for you to get out of the water. Are you stuck in the water? Are you gonna be drowning? There's always this fear of that, because again, this is something that we had before. We overworked ourselves, we burned out ourselves before. Again, the worse I feel, the less energy that I feel, that I have, the less energy that I have, the more I push myself, the more I am at risk of doing a burnout, which is the enemy number one. So there is a fear there, And fear leads to doubt, and doubt leads to a lot, to insecurities, to everything. So yeah, so there is a fear for sure. But it does feel good to be restarting to make content. And then the craziest thing with that, the craziest thing with making content is, if tomorrow I don't feel good, if tomorrow I don't feel like making videos, I get a shit done today. I don't need to be doing that many videos every single day. I don't need to be diving in every single day. I dive in last week with some videos. I'm still posting them. It went well. That's all you need. That's all you'll ever need. So making content rocks. Making this much content is rocks. Making this much content and still feeling in control. Making that much content, but still feeling comfortable with how much content or how much effort we're putting in. Going to sleep super early because we're tired. But going to sleep, being okay with going to sleep. You know why? Because you worked that day. You did work. Doesn't matter how much you did or how much you didn't do. You worked. That's a blessing. So yeah, super happy that we're making content. Like I said yesterday about the TikTok live, I don't know how much days I can do making content, but let's take it day by day. Today's a good day. Yesterday was a good day. The day before yesterday was a good day. We made content 3 days in a row, which is a proof that we had a good day. Tomorrow doesn't have to be a good day, but if it is, that's 4 days in a row. 4 days in a row is a pretty good fucking results. It's pretty hopeful. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. 3% batteries. We did it. Hell yeah.